What's happening, everyone? We are Symmetric, and this is the first episode of Strictly Off the Record. So, where do we start, pal?
So, we're going to be doing one of these basically every single month,
Yeah.
one episode a month. We've got some amazing guests already lined up. So, but the majority is probably just going to be us talking shite.
Aye.
And just updating you really what we've been up to, what we've been at our gigs, any funny stories, just a whole lot. Just basically going to jump on here and have a bit of crack. So
yeah, we wanted to do one of these for a while.
Yeah.
And sort of took our time to wait and have the right name, Strictly Off a Record. Wanted it all done right. So.
And as well the right space, and big shout out to Belfast DJ Studio.
That's what we're just getting on to there.
We've got this space and it's amazing. It's perfect. That's what we wanted. We didn't want to do it in our studio.
Wanted somewhere where we could actually get out of our studio, get out of the space.
Talk about what we've been up to. So we're buzzing to be doing this, and again,
first episode as well. We're just going to be me and Kurt, and then like he said there, we're going to just have guests on every week. But we thought, why not intro it with just us two anyway?
Yeah,
you know? And
just have a laugh and basically just talk about what we've got coming up. And as we said, we've got some amazing guests coming. So
it'll give people more of an insight on what we're up to instead of just our usual posting videos on social media. I'll show you a wee bit of more of our personality, you know. So just thought we'd get on here for a bit of crack. Why not?
Yeah. So starting off,
what did we do last week? Edinburgh.
Unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable.
Wow.
It was our first show that we've done with the Party Boys, PRTY as well, and it was unbelievable.
Epic.
Wanted to do a show with them for a while.
Could see what them guys are doing in
Scotland is amazing, like.
So we just thought, well, why not get involved?
So
it was good to finally have that show. It was sold out as well, so to be able to go play a sold out show in the liquid rooms, and it was absolutely epic, mate. The energy when we walked in that room, mate,
unbelievable. The Scottish just love it, do you know what I mean? They really do.
It's our second home over, or anyone watch for Scotland, we fucking love
we love yous, we love yous. But it's like, it was just good. I feel like for us as well as artists, like it was good for us to go and do that show, because it was like a bit of a different fan base than what we've usually had in Scotland, and to go and play in front of those people, do you know what I mean? And get the feedback that we did, it was amazing. So
funnily enough as well, we played in that liquid rooms. That was our third time. We've been about a wee while now, like
I know, like it's crazy.
But mate, we've been doing this
like we feel like
5 years
like
now,
in our heads we're only getting started and we know where we're going to go and like what our intentions are, but like when you look back, like we've been doing this years, but longer than that as well, do you know what I mean, before we properly started getting into it.
Do you know what I mean? We started off doing solo DJing on our own, and then we came together in 2019, done what we were going to do, started making music. We said to ourselves, right, we're going to take us serious here. And then next, we get a record deal with Atlantic, and then we just said to ourselves, listen, we just need to go full time here. We were still in our jobs when we got a record deal as well.
Yeah, I know.
But I think that's what the deciding was. That was a point where we went, right,
we've got this here. This is like a new step for us. We need to like we need to take a risk to like go to this new step.
And
obviously, and like fucking
it is a risk, because especially with Kurt, he's got like a child and stuff and family, and it is a big risk.
Definitely, and like just in your head as well, when you've got that going on, you're like, do you know what I mean? Whether to do this, but when you do it,
and as well, there's two of us, so it's like it's different if there's one person, but two people trying to sustain a living.
Yeah, you have to make double the amount. You know what I mean? And it's double the outgoings and stuff like that. Blah blah blah.
And all the money needs
it's
split in
like,
half.
exactly. Just as well, we're going to make double the amount, and we can do double the work too. You know what I mean? Like
That's it.
We invested in 2 Macs and all recently, and we're doing far more work.
Yeah.
Do you know
Any
what I mean?
producers watching as well, highly recommend to get yourself a MacBook if you can't afford one, or just invest in one to the lane, because our production and our fucking work rate has just went through the roof, because you can literally pull it. We're
making
pulling up the gigs,
and you know what I mean?
And we're on the way to gigs, sorting out tunes on the Macs, and it's just so more productive in every way. You know, it's just
time management's through the roof.
It is. Like we'd be putting the laptops out on Monday morning, FaceTime each other and all, but that's something you couldn't do because we didn't have the Macs.
We'd only
worked off
do you know what I mean?
One big tower and a computer
in the studio. Do you know what I mean? So go and get a Mac if you can, class.
Definitely.
But at the end of the day, you can still make music without one as well. So
that's it.
You know
but we're just at the stage that we're at. We're just like,
and we use Windows like for ages. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
it's been good. So what's next in terms of shows for us? We've probably got the biggest shows of our lives coming up next.
Crazy.
Don't know what's happening with our camera. It's just knocked off. Is it alright?
Yeah, all good. We're still rolling.
Just changed there on the the wee thing. It's all good.
But yeah, we're over here. Is that still working? Is that still working? Right, okay. Yeah. We can cut that out anyway. But yes, so basically we've got some of the biggest shows of our lives coming up.
Literally, mate, it's like dream stuff. Like
Asia next week. Like we've never even been to Asia, travelling.
Haven't even been close, mate.
I know.
So to be able to go there and be invited to go and play and showcase your music at the other side of the world, it's giving me goosebumps.
I know, man, it's crazy.
You know,
it's crazy.
It's something you can only ever dream of. So we've got one coming up next week in Tokyo and Zouk Club
on the Friday, the 28th.
Something like that. And then we're off to Singapore as well on the same time.
On the Saturday, which is crazy.
But like we're going here with an expectation, we don't know what. We literally don't know.
Literally do not know what expect. Like, we've went and looked at like the club and stuff online or on social media. It looks amazing, but like us two idiots traveling the other side of the world. Like, what are we going to do?
Anytime I speak to someone, they're like, it's just like because we've knew about it for ages, it's sort of sunk in. But anyone you speak to, are like, what? Tokyo?
Go to Tokyo?
Tokyo? There's two lads from Belfast here. Like, just fucking. At the end of the day, we're just two lads having fun. Yes, we work hard,
literally,
but we're having fun.
I know.
And we're getting.
And that's the best thing about it. Do you know what I mean? It's all a bit of crack.
Yeah.
That's what I think as well. Like, just to go into something else, like with the music industry, like it's so easy to like take everything so serious and be under pressure, and like see when you strip it all back, it's literally just like you need to remember what you started for. Do you know what I mean? And like that's what it's all about, just having a bit of crack. Do you know what I mean? So we're proper grateful like to be doing
to be
stuff
in this
like
position.
This,
Aye, and there's some amount of travelling to go.
I don't know
if anyone's ever seen the height of me and Curtis. I don't know. Because you're not gonna let me smoke.
He's been off his smoke 4 weeks. He's alright. Know what I mean? No, I'll be alright. Know what I mean?
But yes, we are about 7 foot. No joke. 7. That's exaggerating. But we're tall as fuck. Like so. We're going to be sitting on a flight, I guess.
I know. Going to try and flag here. Know the way to see people that go up and go, give us first class now, we free upgrade. That's going to be us too.
Hopefully, mate, because
I'm just going to say I've heard our weakness in the legs. Can you say that?
I don't know, can you? Say whatever the fuck you want. Because it's strictly off our record. But we're not going to be a type. We're going to sit and talk about people as well. Fuck that. We're just going to talk about ourselves.
Yes, we're here to get guests on who are interesting. Hear about their stories.
And we want to learn, don't we?
Yeah, that's what I've been most looking forward to this about, like getting people on, gaining knowledge from them as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but it'll be us updating us as well about what we're been at, some funny stories that's happened at gigs, or like, you know, just want to have a laugh, real uncensored, strictly off the record. You know what I mean?
And just sit and be yourself and have a bit of fun. You know?
People's been asked us to do it for a while, so we're here and we're doing it.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as Dee says, we've some amazing shows are coming up. We've got Asia next week, and then a bit of a break in April to sort some tunes out, and then back at it May, Malta.
We're doing Luminosity again this year, which was epic.
Didn't do it last year.
Whenever we started DJing, we've done Luminosity in 2023, and whenever we started DJing, one of our goals was to play Luminosity. So we've done that 2 years ago. And it was a fucking dream. So to be able to be invited back to go and do it again was absolutely epic. I mean? Plus all our friends and family and all travelled over to that one too, which was fucking amazing. Like so good. It's like stuff like that is memories you'll just keep forever. Yeah, you know?
Definitely. And I think we're on
one of the main stages.
Better stage this year, so can't wait. Feel like
it's a bit of a more of a diverse lineup this time. Like you have Anna Lang and stuff on it and stuff, and Maddox and a couple of techno DJs.
The lineup's insane this year. Like, really good. Really good.
It's right up our street because the stuff we're making nowadays is like a bit of trance, bit of techno, bit of harder stuff.
Yeah, bit of everything. So
we just go into the studio and just have fun. Like we'll just walk and look at each other and go, "What do we make of a day?"
And
we'll make a bit of hardstyle today. We'll make a bit of techno. We'll make a bit of trance. It's just having that open approach as well, instead of just like subsidising yourself to one genre.
Definitely, and I feel like the gigs we've been doing at the minute, like the way we went and done that show, we were restricted and party, like we didn't play any of our real trancier stuff. We had all that bag and stuff that we had there, and we went down a treat. But then when it comes to Luma, we'll play all the trancier stuff we've been making, but it's all fresh because we've locked it in.
Yeah, you know and we'll just do a bit of preparation for that event to cater for them people, because that's what it's all about. Like we're going to Tokyo next week and we're making an intro that has the vocals Tokyo in it because we want to cater for that
like
audience.
Japanese like guitars and all these different instruments that are like Japanese related, do you know what I mean? And to like sort of cater to that crowd and just give them some sort of familiarity, because we're obviously going in with no expectations, as we said, and no real knowledge because we've never played there, so we're going to like go and get the knowledge.
Yeah, you know what I mean? it adds that like personal connection with the fans too, because people go, oh, what's that? You know, seeing they know you've made something specifically to suit them or something that they know of, they'll buy a ticket maybe for your next show again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Or you're building a rapport with them people, and it's just good to do it. Like, I even remember seeing DJs coming over here years ago and wearing like the local football shirt on stage and stuff like that.
It's actually becoming a lot more popular now as well. I actually think James Hippie has it on like as well, where he gets a local football t-shirt to wear every year. I think that's class, like, and that's unreal.
It's just adding that personal touch with people, mate, and that's what we're all about, like.
Yeah, literally.
And we love it.
And it adds, as you said, it just like you resonate with the crowd.
Yeah.
More, do you know what I mean? When you go and do that, it's something that sticks in their head from the night.
Yeah, and another thing as well with this podcast is we have never done we've done podcasts before, but we've just been guests, so even for us, this is something
to be
different.
Like hosting,
like you're steering the conversation other than being a passenger. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So it's a challenge for us.
I know it is.
We fucking love challenging ourselves.
Definitely.
And that's what this game's all about: putting yourself out there,
putting yourself out there, out of the comfort zone, and just, you know, especially when you look at even like when it comes to releasing music. I feel like when you look at some of the artists who have like really succeeded, they've always put something out there that's different, and it's always been that one tune that's like.
It's that one song your manager doesn't like. Something in it, and they'll go, I don't know about this because it's so different. Yeah. But that could be the difference.
It makes it, you know what I mean? That you start that sort of trend and that not a trend, you know what I mean? But that sort of sound that evolves.
Especially with the way the market is nowadays. There's like a lot of DJs out there now. Whenever we started out, like, it wasn't as many, but it's a very, very niche market now. So seeing you be able to do something that actually stands out than the rest, you need to be doing
it's almost as if like it was almost like when you were a kid, everyone wanted to be a footballer. Now everyone wants to be a DJ. Do you know what I mean?
I actually seen a comment on TikTok and someone wrote, "There's more DJs out there than there is ravers now." That's why I can't sell any tickets. But it's probably
it's like you ever see shows like 200 people behind the decks. It's all DJs. You know what I mean? There's no one out the front.
It's mad. I don't know why the whole TikTok thing has made it look easy for people to do it, but it's really not. And if you're going to do it, make sure you're fucking 2 feet in it. You know what I mean?
Literally.
Because it's a lot of work.
Literally. I think I seen there was an advert that came on my email. It was for like, I don't even know why I'm saying up this way. It was like Debenhams or something, right? And it was like meet our headliners, and it was like an advert for clothes or like a thing, but it was relating to dance music and headliners, DJs. Do you know what I mean? So like even they're selling it in their marketing campaign about DJs and dance music. You know what I mean? It's like so popular at the minute. It's crazy.
I know. It's a big thing. Like, it's good. Cause
I feel like as well, like commercial music in terms of like radio as well, it never used to be like as much dance music as you would hear that there is now. Do you know what I mean? Like dance music on radio is even more popular now than what it used to be. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's all translating and it's all became very like cool and like modern, where it used to be really underground. And like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's like DJs now are seen as figures of like years ago as like maybe like a big singer or like an Elvis or a Michael Jackson, you know.
Yeah, now you've got like your Calvin Harris, who's like an icon in that sense.
You walk down LA,
you know what I mean?
like a street in LA, and it'll be all billboards of DJs. You'll not see like musicians anymore. It's just all DJs. So
which is amazing to see, but it is. As you said, like the scene, it's a lot more niche and it's a lot more saturated, and it's like you're like you might have a great idea, but it might not get as sort of like because there's so much out there now. Do you know what I mean?
And like us, we're on an agency where there's a lot of people in our agency who are sort of doing the same thing. Yeah. But yes, it has its pros and its cons. Pros is it just makes us want to work harder. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Literally. Because there's people within your realm sort of challenging each other. And it's a pro that in the sense that everyone can like sort of come together, share knowledge, but it doesn't always work that way either. But it's like, it's good that there's a community of people that are doing the same thing and it's growing that full scene as a whole. But as you say, there's definitely cons there as well. Yeah, there is, because it's like there's a lot of people doing it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like it's almost like drawing the name out of a hat for a show. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And it's like what you would have done like maybe 5 years ago to stand out is like you have to do like 20 to 30 times more than that now to like stand out. Do you know what I mean? Maybe more than that. Literally. So, and it's just the more niche it gets, it's a more like more original can you be. Do you know what I mean? Like for example, Calvin Harris with that country track he just put out. It's like he's never done anything like that before, really. Do you know what I mean? But it's different. And you're seeing a lot of DJs. Who was the other one? Martin Garrix.
singing his own tune.
He's singing his own songs.
So it's like,
if anyone on here is watching this knows how to sing, you want to teach us to?
get the
we fucking have no clue.
Get us built in auto tune into our vocal cords.
But like that's just an example of like
just like
trying
how
to
like
stand out from the rest and taking that like extra step. And then I've seen other DJs like rapping and stuff. One of the guys in Belfast only, it looks epic.
Unbelievable. Seen Robbie actually done it in Free Arena. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean? So fair play, like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's people going out of their comfort zone as well. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly,
Which is
mate.
class.
Exactly.
So
which is good.
Big ups to anyone who's doing stuff like that. Like.
I know, definitely, mate. It's like, how do you fucking just go, right, I'm gonna do something here that's completely different, and you're probably shitting yourself a wee bit going off, don't know, but once you actually do it, it's like boom, get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly. But unreal, like, do you know what I mean? It's good to see. It's good to see. And in terms of obviously upcoming music, we've got
Maybe not say that because it'll be.
Silly me, you know what I mean?
We'll cut that out. We'll cut that out.
Unprofessional.
But we'll just stop it there and then we'll go again and just say.
Yes.
So
that'll be a cut there, Frey, right? If you want to like mark that as a wee cut, we're going.
So we had a tune out. Go on to music now.
Yes.
Go on to music. So we've talked enough shit, but so we want to talk about tunes. So this year for us personally is setting up to be our biggest year yet for music. We'll literally have a release every single month.
Literally.
Which is class.
Our unreleased catalogue is fucking like a Bible. Literally. A Bible.
Because whenever we first signed our record deal, we thought to ourselves that all our music just needs to go with this record label. But
we were so focused.
It's not that way. Because we weren't with the right management at the time, not mentioning no names, but we're currently with new management who is helping us get our music signed elsewhere. Big ups to Lee.
Big ups to Lee Haslam, what a guy.
Yes, we'll get him on the podcast as well.
Because he's got a couple of interesting stories. He's been a DJ producer himself, so he'll definitely be on here at some point.
But he's helped us a lot from we started working with him to get our music signed on our labels and stuff. And like I say, we've got a tune coming out every month. And we had a big tune out last week called 4 o'clock in the morning on Rave Culture.
Yes.
Anyone who knows, that's W's label, so
massive
it's a big European market. And they are just massive, and it's just good to be involved.
Yeah, and as you were saying there, like when we signed the record deal, like we thought everything had to be like, we need to make a hit record. Like we need to make a hit record. It needs to be in the top 40. We've signed a major record deal. It's like all the pressure. It was like pressure that we were building on ourselves, but it was like you can sort of understand it. There's just two lads from like a local area who like just signed a fucking major record.
It's like when someone throws a lot of someone throws money at you, you need to provide.
Yeah, and we were like, we need to hit. We can't send any other music to anywhere else. We need to literally everything needs to go all eggs in one basket. And we were like, after time and time went on, we were like, right, we only had 2 tunes out that year. Yeah, and like. No, man, the UK top 40, but that's the reality of everything. Like, just because you think you've got a good track, it's not going to go in the UK top 40.
We thought to ourselves, because we're going to be signing West record label, they're going to have a good marketing team, we're going to market it well, and you just think you're going to have walk with a stride, but you don't be long getting hit with a few challenges.
Reality check,
reality checks,
But I feel like you need them to grow, and like that's what we needed. And this year, like as you were saying, with so much more new music coming out, we release literally every single month, and that's because we went through that and learned from it, and we realised that our music, we came from an underground scene, and like it wasn't all commercial music. That yes, we were trying to blend our shine in the commercial, but it was like
crossing it over. Like Carline, for example, Carline, like that's a song where you can hear it on the radio, but it will also go fucking nuts in a club
so
or
a festival.
It's just trying to get something that crosses over, that suits everyone, suits people who listen to our music, fans, but also people outside of our realm will actually go, what is that song? You know?
I feel like as well, like it was, we had loads of music there that we were making, but we knew it wasn't going to be for the label or like commercial success, so we were scrapping it, but it could have been a really good track for like underground labels. So now like we've got all that music coming out on all these other labels, which is class, do you know what I mean?
And it's like, it gives us more, see, because we know as well, we have music lined up, ready to be signed, it just gives us more freedom in the studio, just to go in and have fun.
Yeah, and think of content ideas as well, and marketing, and like brainstorm more, do you know what I mean?
Yep, definitely.
So, 4 o'clock in the morning is out now. go and stream it. It's been out a week. It's going mental.
What time is it?
4 o'clock in the morning and it's starting to get light. I done that wrong, didn't I? But and then we've got loads of other tunes coming out. Can't really say.
Collab. We've done a collab as well. We're just mentioning it. It's not getting released. If anyone knows a Rocket Man, he's blowing up at the minute. Yeah. And we've seen his music coming through.
The guy with the mask or the helmet.
guy that runs about like a spaceman.
Class, cool, like. Can't wait to see him.
Some of his tunes are really good. Some of his tunes are really good. We spotted him, so I sent him an idea, and we've been bouncing back and forth, and we've got a really ticket collab with him.
Yeah.
Don't know when that'll be dropping, like. Yeah. But it's massive. We dropped it for the first time.
Big hard dance banger. Dropped it in Edinburgh, didn't we?
Yeah, we dropped it in Edinburgh for the first time on Saturday here, and the place went nuts. So like, even coming into this year, we want to start collabing with more artists and stuff. And anyone who's watching this, if you have any suggestions as well, you'd be like, I'd love to hear some Eric do a tune with X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. Drop us
a comment or a DM.
Even anyone you want to see like on this podcast as well, just let us know. Drop a comment, and we'll try to get them on.
We'll
obviously, if they're from like Timbuktu and they're like a 12-hour flight away, it's probably not going to happen. Like unless they're in Belfast, but.
Unless we'll try or something, but
we'll try to
have them in
here. It's better experience, definitely. But yeah, just any suggestions for the podcast, tune collabs, anywhere you want to see us play where it's maybe not on our tour artwork, just drop suggestions underneath this, and we'll try our best. That's what it's all about.
Definitely. Another show just came into my head about talking about playing is we're doing Malta again this year too.
Yeah.
And what a spot. We're doing that, we're wrong. It was class.
Ended up staying for a couple
of days. That's
what
what I was going to say here.
It was just
we were over there for like 2 days, and then we had a show. We done the show on the Friday there, and then we had a show in the UK on the Saturday, but it got cancelled, so we just fucking cancelled the flight, went on the rip. Literally, mate. We're like,
where was it? It was like Wigan or somewhere?
Somewhere like I get rescheduled. We ended up never doing it again. So didn't get rescheduled. It got cancelled.
I actually think it got rescheduled to the night we done the Telegraph in September, but a different country, and we ended up couldn't do it. So
that's what happens. That's what happens. But like that's another place that's just epic. See, being able to just travel to these places, and that's your job, and you get the fucking party too.
It's unbelievable. Back in
the party.
Back in Ibiza as well this year on the 31st
so we are
of July for Clubland.
Yes.
Good lineup too. Ben, like ourselves, Shugs, Ultra Beat. I think Ultra Beat,
something like that.
Something like that. But yeah, playing Neaton. That'll be our first time playing the Neaton, so looking forward to it. Last year as well on Ibiza, we went bonkers. Got a villa for the week.
Booked the villa.
Spent a fortune, but it was lethal.
Booked the last year. Like we're gonna really look at managing our finances this year more, because we literally checked our bank and we spent a fucking clean fortune last year. Like
I blame him, like.
Dead on. Spent a fortune, mate, and it was just like we did look at our bank and we're like, mate, we can't do this.
What a great time, like. So we did.
But you can't pay for a memory too. That's another.
Well, that's it. And this year we're just taking it up a level. So we're gonna be. We're
getting a wee bit older and wiser now.
Well, that's it. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to at some point, don't you? He's off a dope and all. So
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm not, but
off for 2 weeks.
What happened to you the other night in the studio?
I had a wee smoke. I've smoked for fucking 10 years or something, and I went off for a week and I had a smoke with him, and literally couldn't process my own thoughts. And he asked me a question, and I was like, mate, I don't even know what you're saying. I literally had 2 draws as well, and he goes, well, I'll go lay on TikTok. I mean, for fuck's sake, mate, it's my first job.
I actually done it on purpose, but my brain, I was like, don't know on anyone. Don't say it. You say it anyway. But I give my
reaction, like,
fuck's sake, gives a minute.
Fuck's sake, gives a minute.
Oh, you just shredded it out. But I just can remember we were talking about something, and as we were talking, you were smoking it, and like you just got slower and slower, mate, as you were smoking. I was like, this is fucking brilliant. I was like, I'll go take that wave. And I remember getting a couple of lads called down, mate, and I literally sat in the corner of the room with my hood up. His thoughts were getting thoughts.
My thoughts were getting thoughts. Never again. I think that's me finished with it. Probably.
Talk shit.
Probably, man.
I know. To be honest, it's been a long time, hasn't it? Like, for it to be the longest, like, as long as it's done, like.
I got me done with it, mate.
Fair play, mate. I'm pretty, like. You're shade crack, but there,
I know, that's it. You know, when you smoke for that long, you just turn into an old grumpy, moany cunt. You know what I mean?
He
Nah,
said-
to be
you
honest,
said
I've
it.
actually been alright.
You
I've
said
been
it like
alright.
that, me.
I have been
No, you
alright.
have been, mate.
I actually
Fingers
thought
back,
I
like.
thought I would have been a fucking gurney.
I'd
cunt.
have headbutted someone by now. Like.
I know. Fucking dreading Tokyo. I'm gonna get it in the
Oh,
neck. Just what he's gonna walk up my head. Boom! Just stick ahead of me. No smoke.
what's that there
Bang.
tune we were doing intro? Dumped in Tokyo.
Yes.
Dumped in Tokyo. I fucking dump your head in Tokyo.
You need to hear the fucking. We'll maybe play it or something at the end of this. I think it might have a video where we started a wee intro for Tokyo.
There's these wee Japanese fucking, what are they, like guitars or something, or like wee
Wee
cymbals or
chimes or
something,
something.
chimes. And the wee Tokyo, it's cool. But I was
Good
we were
fun.
saying, we just do stuff like that there, just
Suit
to
them.
suit the crowd, and yeah,
Mhm.
fucking gives us a wee buzz too, and gives
Yeah.
us, if it gets a good reaction as well, you always get a good buzz on the mic, don't you? You do,
Literally.
like,
And before we come on this podcast, we dropped a story. And
Yes.
dropped the comments.
yes, good.
And was just like,
Reminding pals, I
just
would have
like-
forgot about that.
we were just like, anyone got any questions they want us to answer on this? So we'll just answer them now
Yeah,
while we're
so
sitting
there's a
here.
good couple there, so
Aye.
probably take as well, so we'll go
It'll
through
probably
it.
take us
Yeah.
a while getting through them, aye.
And see what there is. No doubt there's a load of random stuff in it, but that's what we want.
Yes, we haven't even looked at these comments or these questions yet, so they're gonna be fresh.
Fresh.
Here we go.
Drum roll.
First one. When do you think that you will stop? Like, what's your future plans?
As in stop DJing?
Aye.
Fuck, you love let us get started. Fuck you. Fuck, you can be that
Maybe
in
it's
5
like you will
minutes.
stop.
Fuck
See, to
you.
be honest, there is no stopping time in this
That's
game.
it.
We'll stop when we drop.
That's it. And I feel like as well, whenever you have a passion for something, it's like you never really go out of it.
Mm.
Like obviously as you get older and all, you do less. Do you know what I
Aye,
mean?
it's like
Out of
anything,
age,
isn't it?
Do you know what I mean?
You don't even have sex.
it's
For
like-
fuck's sake, you know what I mean?
You can't even
Never
get
mind make
stone.
a tune.
You can't even get a stoner, man.
The only thing get you a stoner's a good kick in the face.
Oh, good throttle on the low end, boy. Oh,
But
aye,
no, we
anyway,
don't think we'll stop.
don't think we've
Future plans. Future plans. We're currently in the process of setting up a pension scheme for ourselves. We're getting old, so that's giving us a wee bit more reassurance for when we do stop.
yeah.
We'll have something there, because
So-
in this game you can just go day by day, spend all your money, and then you get to the end of it.
And
We
you're
live
like,
by show
What am I
basically,
going to do? Yeah.
and there's some weeks you have fuck all.
Ah,
Literally,
yeah,
like
yeah,
that's the reality of
Yep,
it. Like
literally.
if we don't have a show, kids aren't getting fed.
You don't need to
Do you
put
know
it
what
like
I
that.
mean,
You
like-
fucking go far match there. Like. But I get where you're coming. You're talking that much shit. You're making me talk shit. I get where you're coming from. Do you know what I mean?
And you
Like
make
if you're
parcels.
not getting gigs, you're not making money. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
Because
Was this
at
time
the end
last
of the
week I had
day,
to
in
ring up and
terms
get a
of
meat
making
parcel?
music, talk some shit. He had all his scripted out to start talking about his shit. No, I was here. You know what I mean? To put me off. Fucking meat parcel. But what was the fucking question again? I know what you mean, but as well, but if you no gigs or no money, do you know what I mean? Because
I
in
was just
reality,
exaggerating.
see
there,
when
right?
like when it comes to the music, like obviously like you can get record deals and stuff which are really good, blah blah blah, advances and whatever royalties that come in at certain times of year. But
Mhm.
in the grand scheme of things, your money comes from your gigs. Do you know what I mean? And the fees. So like if you're not getting gigs, you're not really getting much money. So
Yeah. So
Yeah.
thanks for the question. That was a good
Thanks.
question.
we're keeping
when
our
we
little
do
cover
stop,
about 65, 70.
yeah, because that's the only time we can retire.
We'll
That's the
probably
age
be
on the
dead by
pension.
then.
So we better be fucking DJing since 67 by the time we get our pension paid.
I know, fuck's sake.
Unless fucking something else happens. Right, next question. Did you ever think you would be as big as you are now? Good question. Personally, yes, because we had all the confidence in the world.
Yeah,
Or
and-
we knew what we had, and
We
we
knew
knew what we were
what we wanted.
capable of doing.
Yeah.
Not to sound like I have an ego or big
No,
headed,
it
but
was
it's like
just a clear
it's
vision.
confidence.
I think. Like,
It's
it was
just
a clear
like
vision of what
we
you
sit
want.
down, we were like, right, we know we're good at what we're doing here,
Yeah.
and we know where we're going to take it.
Yeah.
And we're at the level now where we're just going for it, and
Yeah.
it's like we're just seeing where
Like
we're
even
going.
at now, where we're at now, like it's a blessing.
It's a
I'm-
fucking blessing.
And we knew
Yeah.
in our heads like what we had to do to get to this point, and we visioned it. But we feel like now we're like we know where we want to go even further.
Yeah.
Let's get to that next point now, and that's what we're doing now, doing all these different steps to like get to that next point, you know what I mean? It's always a constant level up. It's like a fucking video game, you know what I mean? You're constantly going up
it's like
levels.
a roller coaster, isn't it?
You know
You
what I
just
mean?
go up and then up.
Yeah, and there's the
just
ups and downs. Literally,
yeah.
that's the way a scene is. Do you know what I mean? You go down and then you go up, and then it's just the way it is. But that's the beauty of it, I think.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
literally.
Challenge.
It is. It's a good challenge, but it's like it's never like an incline. It's like an incline and then a flat line.
Yeah.
An incline, a flat line. It's never.
And you might get a wee dip. You might feel
It's
down.
like
you
climbing a mountain.
You might release a tune, or you might put a remix out. You might think it'll do really well, and it might not. Do you know what I mean? But it's like
even the level.
you can't let it get to you. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You have to go right. At the end of the day, made that track because I liked it. And
Yeah.
wanted to put it out. Do you know what I mean? And like,
We've been producing 6 years now, and we'll send demos to our manager all the time, and he just writes back more or less their shit. And it's like people think when you get to this level, every song you make is gonna be good, but it's not.
It's not.
It's
like
not. It's like
there may be one certain element in the tune that might be good. It might work for something else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as a whole, like.
It's not all sunshine and
do you know
rainbows,
what,
like.
do you know what I mean? And that's
the beauty
just
of
the way
it.
it
And
is.
then it
And
challenges us too.
I feel like if you've got the passion there for it, and you like making music, and you like you know where you want to go in the music scene.
Yeah.
You'll not mind rejection. Do you know what I mean? Because it'll make you hungry. Do you know what I
It's
mean?
all part of it. Like
That's
it's
it.
all part of it. Like it's never gonna be plain sailing ever. And the rejection for us almost motivates me and him
Yeah.
because
Like the
once you
first
get knocked back, it's
2-3
like-
years of us making music, like was rejection. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
And I feel like as well, yes. There was probably times where we were making absolute, well it was shite, you know,
Aye.
absolute shite, and we probably maybe shouldn't even send it out. The labels should have just maybe
at the time
worked
we were
on,
probably
but we were
going
going,
ourselves.
fuck, we need to get this
It's
out,
just
you know what I
gonna
mean?
fucking blow
But
up.
like, I know, but you know what I mean? It's just things like that, like back in, when you look back, you go, like we went through all that rejection, do you know what I mean, to get to where we are now.
Yeah,
and
and we're still getting rejected.
and it's fucking brilliant.
We love a bit of rejection.
I know.
Next
So,
question.
yes.
Favourite memory as a child? Mine was being bored. What about you?
Can't remember anything. I'm only joking.
Smoked my first joint. Fucking.
When it was sham. Sorry, Muller. Money joking.
I don't really have a favourite memory as a child, to be honest.
They're all
Probably
equal.
like
They're all equal.
probably like if we want to relate to music, if anyone's watching this and knows Kelly's, I get into Kelly's when I was 13. So that was probably my favourite memory. I was 6 foot. I had a beard when I was 13. And I never forget me, it was like a Wednesday night. My mum and dad was at the caravan or whatever, and my 2 sisters went down. And I was crying like fuck. I was like, 2 sisters at Kelly's. I want to go. I want to go. So
Who was
like
playing?
GCM or something.
GCM.
And I was like, fucking go out the door in. So I walked down, and me fucking brilliant. And it was like a, what do you call it when the footballers walk out and they've won the league?
Oh, yeah,
What's the name for it? And the stand at the side.
Wee hall, the wee fucking...
Whatever it is, and there's like a lane of people and you had to walk through them. So there was
Yeah.
8 bouncers here, and I remember us walking through them like at
down the
13.
red carpet.
Walked through them like not one of them even looked at me straight in first time.
Did you get in? I thought it was the time you got fucked out. Did you get fucked out that night?
But I fucked out a couple of years later.
Right,
So
right.
the,
That's another story.
that's another story, but fuck's sake.
Aye, but I don't really have any. I don't really have any memories. Probably a time when I got adopted.
Only joking.
I have too many.
I didn't think that was your real man. Sorry, G.
See if she watches this.
Sorry,
Go
G.
fucking kill
Here,
me.
another thing last night. I was out last night and I sent his my voice note by accident. I don't know how I done it. So just text me back this morning. What was that? 'Cause I unsent the message, but
My
big ups to
mother
Jean,
likes
she's
to
a
wind
legend.
me up, so I'm going to wind her up on this here plant, you know what I mean?
Jean, you're a legend. You're like my second mum. Next question. Any Belfast announcement soon? No, we're waiting.
I said that with a sigh. So, basically,
We're just waiting.
to sum all this up, right, without giving any information out, right, we are currently waiting on the biggest show of our lives right now, right? But it's just taking its fucking time.
Yeah.
But good things take fucking time, and that's why
Comes
it's
to
taking
those
so
who
long.
wait, doesn't it?
So, hopefully, in one of these podcasts very soon, we'll have the Belfast announcement already announced, and it's
Yeah.
massive. It's fucking massive, but it's taking ages. But
Yeah.
whenever we get it, it'll be lethal.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's
it
something.
has to
It's
be
something
happening,
like
so.
we've
Dreamed
dreamed
of,
of
you know
from
what
the
I
start of doing
literally,
this shit. Like
literally.
going to this venue as a kid and just looking up and going, "Fuck, I'd love to be playing there
It's
one day."
scary, like, do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
feel
gives
like-
me goosey.
yeah.
About it, yeah.
good things.
Hopefully
Come
make
to
it
those who
happen.
wait.
Hopefully make it happen.
Yes,
Hopefully.
it will. It's happening. It's
And
happening.
then next one, have you got the Whistle Guy's number? No, but you can fucking hear him.
Rah! You're a wagger.
Shove that
Rah
whistle.
Price. Up your ass. Shove that up your
I would
ass.
still be.
If he farting. I can't even do that no more. Remember,
No,
remember the year we were in the villa in Ibiza and I was doing the Twitter noise?
I know.
I can't even get it now. Everyone was checking their phones.
We've got our
no
own
one even
whistle.
fucking had Twitter.
We've got our own whistle man here, guys.
Oh,
Do you sometimes get writer's block? If so, how do you overcome it? Keep her lit, gents.
yeah, you get it like
You
get
do,
it.
but it'll be like either one of us will have it. So like we'll have one of us have. I wouldn't even really see it as writer's block. I see it as like going through a phase where you can't be fucked.
Yeah, and
or
I feel
something,
like
isn't it? It's
yeah,
not
it's
like-
not. It's almost like I personally tend to get writer's block whenever after like a really good 2 weeks of producing. Maybe.
Because
Like,
you've
it'll
just
go in phases, it'll be,
overloaded
like,
yourself.
Overload. Yeah, do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And the best way to overcome writer's block, mate, personally, is just to walk away from the studio because there's no point of you getting in your own head and fucking getting
Yeah.
annoyed about not being able to write something down when you know your value as a producer
Yeah.
and you know that you're good at making something.
Yeah,
so
and we
it's
don't
like
really
just
see
step
it.
away.
Yeah,
you know
and
what
we
I
don't
mean?
really see it as an issue between me and Kurt because at the time maybe one of us will have it, the other one won't.
Yeah.
So like for example, if Curtis has writer's block and I don't, I'll have an idea for us to work on.
Yeah.
Or if I have writer's block and he doesn't, he'll have an idea for us to work on.
Yeah,
So it's
and
like
it'll
we'll
almost be
never
like
ever see
if one of us have that idea,
we'll
it'll
never
almost
ever
like
see
picks
it.
the other person up as well. It's be like, oh, there's an idea there we've got to work on. I've got an idea for it now. It's like there's constantly stuff being created there to like be inspired about or like, do you know what I mean? But
It's
personally,
probably
it-
different for
for
a
a
duo.
solo-
It's
for a
different for a
solo act,
solo
yeah.
because I'm sure you could be sitting in the studio and getting in your own head. Where
yeah,
me and him is just like, fuck, you'll be alright, mate.
I know,
And
yeah.
that gets you through it. You know
And
what I
like
mean?
as well, which is good for us personally as a duo, if one of us have got that creative block, like one can be making music and the other one can be coming up with content.
Yeah,
ideas,
and we
do you
have
know
a
what I
big
mean?
studio where and we've
So-
got a sofa at the back. So if one person's not really feeling making music that day, they'll walk up to the back of the room and sit and make a bit of content
Yeah,
for TikTok
on
or
cap cut.
there's just
like,
always-
different reels, just
it's all
something.
about utilising your time.
Yeah, definitely. So, but personally,
Good question,
mate,
yeah.
just if you've got writer's block, just get out of the studio.
Yeah,
go
get out.
walk,
Best
fucking-
thing, go walk, get a bit of natural sunlight.
Yeah.
Walk in the, just go.
And if it lasts for like a week or so, don't let it get you down, mate. Just think
Yeah.
of different ways that you can grow
And there's
your brand.
different
you know
websites
what I
as well that you can get inspiration on. For example, Splice. You know,
Aye,
so if you're
where you can
struggling
get-
with an idea, you can go on there and find a fucking full instrumental and get a bit of inspiration of it
Yeah.
and what the sounds are in that.
Like,
and
for
go,
example,
how
as
can
well,
I
like,
implement that into what I'm doing? And
we
my
went on
sound,
the
you know
other
what I
day
mean?
and
It's
it was
just
like
one
a-
of them things.
We went on the other day and it was like a pad sound, that lead sound.
Yeah.
And like we went and recreated, you know what I mean, ourselves, do you know what I mean? It's just getting inspiration like that.
Yeah, defo. Next one. Are you going to release the mix you did at Edinburgh, like Rooms on SoundCloud? Good question.
Nope.
But we're not, because two fastest people in the world here left at last minute to try and get their SD card sorted. So 2 hours before we went to Edinburgh, we decided to buy an SD card because the
Yeah.
last one ran out.
And it was a wee shit
Of
one in
memory.
Tesco. But
Yes.
we thought we were on the one.
We thought
Only a
it
tenner.
would have even done us
Aye,
Friday,
for that
but
night.
it needed formatted.
We tenner job before married in the studio.
Still
Another
didn't
good
work.
friend, Crick, to see what the crack was. He got it all sorted for us.
Didn't work.
Didn't work.
And then
So-
we arrived in Edinburgh and had one of our friends show up with an SD card, put it in, didn't work. So we just didn't have
The
a
10
memory
to
card.
get-
Yeah,
a
and
new
didn't
one,
have a 10
yeah.
because we left it last minute. We're two useless cunts.
But the show was unreal and we're a bit gutted that we didn't record it.
I
We
know,
wanted
because
to,
we
but
literally fucking played one of our best
you
sets
had
we
to be
played.
there, so we did. So
Make sure you
next
get
time, Edinburgh, make sure you're there.
Will you be dropping the tune you used a jazzy vocal in the near future? I don't know what one you're on about yet, so we'll maybe skip that one.
Yeah.
Any advice for upcoming DJs, producers?
Just, if you know how to DJ and you can work the decks, start making music.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know how to DJ, get familiar with DJing. Even
Yeah.
you don't even actually need to. Do you want to know why? Because like the way that the market is at the minute and how niche it is, you're probably better making music
To
and
begin with.
standing out
Yeah.
and then getting gigs. Do you know what I
It
mean?
was
It's
different for
really
us,
easy
wasn't
to
it?
DJ nowadays as well. Like it fucking takes
Yeah.
you fucking half an hour to learn. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just start making music. Start looking at ways that you're going to be able to stand out in social media.
Big, very, very important.
Do you know
Social
what I mean?
media is
Yeah.
like so fucking important because it's like if no promoters out there are going to see who you are, they're not going to know who you are.
Yeah.
You need to put yourself out there, and the first thing to do if they'll book you, is go and check and see your following.
Yeah.
On
Definitely.
social media, they'll go and see right how many followers they got. And that's the sad reality of it.
Literally.
We're not for that, but that's just the way it is.
That's the way it is, mate.
We'd rather be old school and be like turning up at clubs and just be DJing.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
drop that new track, that's unreal. Like, need to get them. And it's all about social media following and your reach and how good your algorithm is and how many people are liking your stuff and reposting it. So
yeah, best advice for upcoming DJ producers is grow your following, grow your fan base.
Yeah.
And you can do that with also making your own music too, because that helps.
And also when you're making music as well, I find as well, everyone, like when new people coming on the scene, don't dictate what like trends that are going on in the scene. Like for example, speed garage or hard techno or like a benchy trancey.
Start your own trends.
Don't like dictate your sound on trends. Do you know what I mean? Like come up with like whatever what actually inspires you. Do you know what I mean? And think of how you can incorporate that in the dance music. Yeah. And just have a bit of fun. Do you know what I mean? Don't just go out and copy and like it's very easy to copy and paste these days. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's what we've noticed, and like I think that's why we've took a bit of time to actually like develop our sound a wee bit more over the last couple of months, and you'll probably hear it in our music coming out. It's like try to be different in ways, but still have our own sound.
Still
you know
us, I mean? Like it's like that sounds different, but
it's still symmetric. Do you know what I mean? It's like just always trying to advance your sound and just have fun. Yeah, just have fun, man.
Just get your head into music first. Never mind mixing. Mixing's a fucking gift. Literally. People think mixing at the weekend's our job. That's like 1% of what we do. That's the DJing is like 1% of what we actually do. That's like the kid going to school and like doing all the work and then getting to go to the park or the playground. Do you know what I mean? That's our playground. Like we get to fucking have a bit of crack. Do you know what I mean? Literally. That's literally what it is. So. And anyone who isn't from Belfast, crack isn't actually crack. It's fun.
It's not like a butt crack. It's fucking crack. Like,
or it's not crack cocaine.
Or crack
cocaine. Means. How do you say it? Good crack, good fun.
That's good bad to me.
Right. Plans for upcoming music. I think we've sort of highlighted that one anyway. And then next one, who's the better fighter?
Right. Let's settle it out.
I think we should get us into a ring one day.
Why don't we do a live strictly off the Ragger podcast in the ring?
Strictly off the boxing ring. Devil. Yeah. But we don't know that yet, but we'll maybe find out. We'll go to Tokyo and we've no smoke.
Smokey-o.
Smokey-o.
No, I'd be on 100 figs a day. Like.
Favourite memory of a gig for me was whenever we done our first big show at home in the Woodville Park.
Woodville Park was unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable. Our editor, videographer guy here has dropped us a wee note in.
Okay.
I think he might have
Big
a
question. Big up Frey.
Does he maybe have a question?
He has a question on this.
Right. Oh.
I like this.
Got a question.
What do you think about AI in the music industry?
Oh, that's a fucking great question, mate. It's a great question.
It's like, it has its pros and cons.
Yeah, like anything that's developing in this new generation, everything has a pro and con now, do you know what I mean? And like, for us personally, like, we would use it for, like, for example, if we wanted to use a vocal from a track, you can. There's this like site that you can basically split the stems of a track.
LA.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Basically, you can just split the stems. So like, you've got the instrumental and the vocal, and then you can split it up even more. So like, for doing like wee edits and remixes and stuff like that, it's been good for us for that way. But I mean, in terms of like how I can create a full track.
That's the downfall.
I can write lyrics and like be a vocalist. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but then again, it's like, it's all based on a database of like what people's inputting into it.
Yeah, so it's like feeding
how
can more information.
But then again, how can it be creative if it's all based on people being creative and inputting stuff in it? It can never be 2 steps ahead of a human. Yeah. When you think about it, because it's all being inputted by human data anyway. You know what I mean? Literally. When you think about it that way, so. I think
we would use it for
AI.
Small
it's good for certain things,
but there's people out there you can tell they've just made a full fucking song with
you know what I mean?
Artificial intelligence.
Yeah,
like, mate,
I don't see what
it takes the heart out of it.
And you're credited as an artist as well, and like
it's devaluing as fuck, isn't it?
It is. So, it's good for certain ways, and it's like
it's good if you use it the right way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But if you're using it you're using and abusing. No, but if you're using it for the right tools that you need,
definitely.
Yes, go for it.
And it can help you get
good question, Frey. Big ups to editor. Legend.
Legend.
Someone out there, what about a night for NI DJs? Is this something you could do? We would love to do it.
Yeah.
We also do some sets with Shugs and Dara called Ball, based in Belfast, and we'll make a wee appearance somewhere in the summer.
Someone there in the field there, and it was unbelievable.
That was one of our highlights of last year.
It was so good. Just having a bit of crack with the boys as well, and just like
10,000 people in a field, and that's one of the first times we ever played Caroline, and every single person sung it back.
And we sort of want to want to keep that ball ping like sort of like exclusive, sort of like secretive as well, and more like last minute.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. I think it's that sort of vibe where it's not like official in a way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It needs to be that way, but then again, we'll see what happens with the rest of the boys and what happens in the future. But we'd love to do one again. The last one was class.
Aye, we're up for it. We just love having fun. Especially
that was the second one we done one in the Telegraph
after the Plant Love. Yeah,
that was right.
That was lethal. That was like the announcement of Belfast, and no one knew who it was going to be.
Yeah, and it was a big surprise. It was class.
It was such a night, wasn't it?
So yeah, unreal. What was the actual question again?
I think I missed a couple there actually once.
But what was that actual question? What about it? So I would see in terms of like NI DJs as well. Like we see with our brand, Strictly Bangers, probably see it in the flag there. Like we want to start, giving more DJs opportunities from here too, who are grafting, because we know what it was like when we were grafting. It was hard to get opportunities. Do you know what I mean?
We like to see people who's, like we explained before, who's doing their own thing, who's niche within themselves, and they're making their own music, and we can see who puts a graft in. So we always want to have a platform for people to do that on. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even when you look back like 2 years ago, like for example, when Matty and Dara were only coming through, we got them on shows, and like
it
was like,
and I look at them both, they're flying.
Absolutely flying. Do you know what I mean? And we love to just see like people from here growing and like having a strong sense of community, and the DJs, especially from Belfast. Do you know what I mean? Because it's easy to get caught up in your own lane and like focus on yourself, but see, being able to like network with other DJs from here, it's good. Do you know what I mean? Everyone loves to see it too. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's all about.
Can we cut this thing for a piss?
Yes, I need one too.
A few moments later, 1 hour later, 2 hours later, 3 hours later, 6.5 hours later, much later.
Good to go. Next question is, what got you both into music? DJing for me. I fucking learned how to DJ and absolutely loved it. And Kurt, you were the same.
Yeah.
See, just learning the obviously being in love with music.
I was always
and then learning how to mix.
Fascinated with it.
So we were like,
you know what I mean?
We obviously came together. We done our own solo stuff. Loved DJing, but we're like, how do we take our careers to the next level? Started making music. So it all just led on to one thing after another. And I started making music, and then at the start, personally, I didn't enjoy the process of learning how to make music. But now it's like, once you know what you're doing, fucking love it.
It's like anything. It's like learning how to drive a car and you keep stalling. It's like, fuck me, this is brutal. Like, I'm never going to be able to do this. But it's like as time goes on and you start enjoying it, do you know what I mean? And like you get the hang of everything. It's like, and then your ideas in your head can start going on to the actual fucking project.
Because you'd be sitting there for years going, I've got this sound in my head, and you just can't get it from here to here on the tip of your fingers. But once you learn, it's like anything. Years of practice and years of practice and just improving your skills, and it'll just build and build and build and build, till you build the confidence, and then you just end up falling in love with it anyway.
But in terms of like what got us into music, like it would definitely be saying I would say going to events as well at a young age. Yeah. And like, seeing that and seeing DJs up there and just being like, fuck me, this is unreal. Like I want to be up there and I want to be doing that. Do you know what I mean? And like having that punter raver side before all that was definitely like
seeing the atmosphere. It was the atmosphere at shows, wasn't it?
Do you know what I mean?
It was the atmosphere at shows.
Yeah. And being amongst all that,
just loving tunes, and then learning how to mix, and then loving that,
and then learning how to make a tune,
and then loving that,
and then seeing it all like seeing rewards, seeing yourself being rewarded for it as well, and like getting gigs and like getting record deals. Do you know what I mean? And all like. Just keeps you driving, like.
Does, mate, it does. And then another one there, another good question there is, what made you start a podcast up? To be honest, we're always getting asked questions all the time on our DMs and everywhere else. Random questions, people want to find out stuff. So we just thought, why not jump on, make a podcast, and we'll be able to just answer everything and maybe tell a bit more about ourselves. And maybe people who follow us don't actually know us people as people, not just see us as celebrities, but we want everyone to know who we are.
Yeah, and people's always saying, we want to see more behind the scenes stuff, like, or when we've done a voiceover, for example, like, want to see more of these voiceovers, shows more your personality. And then our manager actually said, there's like, you start like a bit of a podcast or a weekly series up of like showcasing
Yeah.
a bit more about yourself. So here we are.
Yeah. So that's the
Talking
reason
shite,
why.
and it's good crack. Do you know what I mean?
And we're going to be dropping this podcast on our Patreon a week before it actually gets released on our YouTube as well. So anyone who isn't signed up to our Patreon, sign up and you'll be able to get watching this before anyone else.
Literally, it's a $5 a month, and you get so much.
We're giving away our free music all the time. We're giving people a choice of giveaways. So we'll say, what do you want us to give away?
Yeah, it could be access to new merchandise. It could be
here it is here.
Giveaways, the merch. It could be free tickets. It could be anything. Do you know what I mean?
That was one of the ones in the Patreon where we're like, what merch should we get made next? And someone was like, sunglasses. So we went and got 100 pairs of sunglasses made. So it's like we'll give you your say in that of what we want from you. Yeah, you know what I mean. Plus, give you exclusivity on the podcast and everything else. It's like
literally
it's exclusivity from us, isn't it? Literally
anything that we put out. Like whether it's a tune or anything, you'll always get access to it like 24 hours before as well. And like this podcast, you'll get it a week before. But like in terms of music, merch drops, anything, you always get it 24 hours before anyone else if you're on the Patreon. So, and once you sign up, we've been doing it like 6 months now. So like if you sign up, you're getting 6 months worth of like free content.
Yeah,
like,
everything stays on there.
Free tunes, discount codes. Do you know what I mean? Anything like that. So
yeah, it's just really what we can offer for everyone else, because like we owe everyone a lot, because we wouldn't be in this position without the fans. Literally. So for us to be able to do something like that and give back to you,
it's the least we could do. You know what I mean? And like we just love doing stuff like that. So yeah. And one thing we could actually do just came into my head. Would be mad. We could actually get someone in the Patreon to come on to our podcast 1 week.
That'd be good. Do like a giveaway, not a giveaway, like a random select.
Yeah, and get someone to come on and
just put everyone who wants to apply. We'll put all your names into a hat basically and draw a name out and just pick someone at random.
Hopefully it's not a fucking
rabbit.
A waffler.
Hopefully it's not some rabbit. Brilliant. But here we're nearly come to the end. Here, we'll answer one or two more questions. Want to pick one ever?
Where did you get the name Symmetric? So basically, when we were starting out in like 2019, we started doing like a couple of back-to-backs in a couple of clubs around Belfast and Northern Ireland, and people were like, "Are you brothers? Are like you twins?" And we were like, "Nah." Like,
people still think that
like each other. So we were like, "What could we call this name?"
What's the one as well? Whenever we were out, I was your wee girls. We were out for a day out, some day out. His wee girl was only 2 or 3, and we were out. It was like some party for it, and I felt the tap in the back. Daddy, I'm not your fucking dad. But then we were like, fuck, I actually do look like him. You know what I mean? So that's where we got the name Symmetric. Parallel.
Yeah, Symmetrical, and it was like symmetric, but like put a K at the end just to fucking make it look
something
different.
Where it's going to be in line, and like obviously having that image as well behind us helps.
Yeah,
because people do think we're brothers, and that helps.
We get it all the time, literally. Yeah, all the time, especially when we go and play in new places.
Yeah, a lot of people. Sometimes we just agree and go, "Yeah, we are brothers."
Yeah, man. Yeah, brothers. Yeah, brother.
But yeah, that's where
we got the name Symmetric. So
it's fucking stuck. We've both got tattoos, you know, too.
Literally, it's everywhere.
Everywhere. You've got it too.
Aye, there.
Bomb on the bomb.
Is that it?
No, it's in yours.
That's it. I don't even fucking know where it is. But anyway, so that's where we got the name. I think that'll probably tie us up for this episode.
So that is the end.
We just wanted to really come on this one, introduce everyone to it, update everyone up about what's been going on, and just
tell you what's going on and what's happening.
From the next one on, it'll be a guest basically every week. Or no, sorry, every month we'll be doing one.
Yeah.
So yeah, new guest every month, and
big ups as well to Frey again for letting us use Belfast Studio. We're going to be using this every month, so looking forward to doing more of these. This is going to be fun, especially when we get guests on as well. It's going to be class.
Yeah, it will be. I'm looking forward to hearing some stories of people. Yeah, especially just to be some funny stories. Some funny stories.
But big ups to everyone for tuning in. We'll love you to bits.
Yes, anyone who's looking at Belfast DJ Studio for production, DJ live streams, anything like that, get in touch with the big man and he'll get you sorted out.
And over and out.
Big up. Good shit.
That was good, wasn't it?
Aye.